Welcome back, YouTube, to another soccer/football prediction. It's your boy Freddy Da Silva. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you won't miss any future soccer prediction. All right. Today's prediction video will be for Thursday, March 20th, and I have the Uefa National League. I have a 12-game slate, so it's gonna be a good one. Um, I'll talk about the teams, and I'll let you know if there's any injuries. I'll talk about the total and I'll give you my predictions. So let's get straight to it. Armenia versus Georgia. Georgia. Um, okay, the total's sitting at 2, and it might move to 2.5. Between these two teams, they've covered this over 2.5. So I'm going to say over 2.5. They have shown it. Um, Georgia have only won once in their last 5 games. Same thing with Armenia. Only once in the last 5 games. They're both sitting basically in the same spot. They got 3 L's, 1 draw. Between these two teams going at it, they've drawn once, and they both have won once. So this one's going to be a tough one for a win. But as far as the total, it seems like they've covered this. They've gone head to head 3 times, and those 3 times they've gone over that. So I don't know if there's any injuries. We'd have to probably wait for the lineup for that one. But I personally won't bet this one just because I don't know too much about these two teams. But I'm going to have to say, yeah, the over of this one will be fine. As far as Armenia allowing a goal, they've allowed 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 they allowed a goal. So for sure, Georgia could make a goal on this one. They've 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 scored 3 out of 5 times. So yeah, this one's gonna be a tough one. But I'm gonna go ahead and say over on this one. This probably could be a 2-1. I personally won't bet this one, but that's what it is. All right. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that one. Okay, on to the next one. Turkey versus Hungary. Or Hungary. I don't know how you want to pronounce it. I know people pronounce it different ways. But yeah, anyway, Turkey versus Hungary. The last or the 5 most recent games between these two teams, it seems like Hungary have beaten 4 out of 5 times. Only once was a draw. So this one's going to be tough for a draw, but it could happen, right? Turkey have won 3 out of their 5 most recent games, lost once, and tied once. Hungary only won once in the last 5 games, 3 draws, 1 L. They tied against Germany, their most recent game. So that's crazy. Germany is a tough team, so for them to draw on that team is crazy. The most recent game from Turkey, they ended up taking 3 goals, so they ended up losing 3-1. But the total sitting at 2.5. As far as them covering this 2.5 or going over, it has only gone over once. So I'm gonna say under 2.5. And as far as a win here, um, I'm gonna have to trust the stats here and say Hungary. So yeah, give me Hungary to win this one. Like I said, I probably won't bet this one. If I did, I would go with the total points. As of now, these teams don't have a team total over, but if they did, um, I would probably have to say Hungary to score a goal. It seems like they've covered this 5 out of 5. So yeah. Okay, on to the next game. We have Austria versus Serbia. 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 Got it. Okay. Um, Now I've seen Austria, their most recent games, I've seen the way they play. They're pretty good. They have beaten Serbia, Serbia, their two most recent games actually. Um, Serbia have won 2 out of 5 times, or three, my bad, 3 out of 5 times. The two most recent were Austria. They ended up winning. So this was going to be a tough one. Total sitting at 2.5, and they have covered this 4 out of 5 times. It has gone over 4 out of 5 times. The most recent they did go over. So I'm going to say over on this one. And as far as a win, I'm gonna have to go with Austria, to be honest with you, on this one. So give me Austria to win this one. And as far as the total, I'm gonna go with the over 2.5. Okay, on to the next one. I have Bulgaria versus Republic of Ireland. The total sitting at 2. And as far as them covering this 2, it has gone under 4 out of 5 times. The two most recent, it has gone under. So I'm gonna do. This was tough. It's tough to do under 2 goals because, but it seems like they tie 4 out of 5 times. So this can easily be a tie, right? That's what the stats say. So I'm going to trust the stats and do a tie on this one. But honestly, I probably won't bet this one. Um, Bulgaria, they've won 2 out of their 5 games. They've drawn twice and taken 1 L. As far as Ireland, they've won same thing twice and lost 3. So yeah, this one's gonna be a tough one. If I had to choose one, I would probably say Bulgaria to win. But like I said, they've tied 4 out of 5 times, so it most likely gonna be a tie. But as far as a total, I'm gonna do under 2 goals. All right, on to the next one. This one's a tough one. Croatia versus France. Um, Obviously, France haven't taken an L in their last 5 games. They got 4 wins, 1 draw. Croatia, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 L. I think Mbappe will be playing this one, but not 100% sure. We'll have to wait the lineups. Dembele, all of them, they should be playing this one. So if they end up playing this one, yes, give me France to win. Even though their most recent game, Croatia did win, but I feel like this one they can easily, or France can easily win this one. Their 5 most recent games, France have won 3 out of those 5. They've drawn once, and Croatia has won once. So yeah, but I don't see Croatia winning this one. I don't know why. I just really feel like France could win this one easily. As far as the total points, sitting at 2.5. Their 2 most recent game has not gone over, but the 3 games before that, it has gone over. So, I feel like this could be 2-0 France winning this one. So I want to say under, but this one's going to be tough to do under. I feel like Croatia, them scoring a goal, even though they're at 0.5, I feel like it would be tough for them, even though they have covered 5 out of 5. It would be tough for them to score this one, but nonetheless, give me France to win this one. And as far as a total, I'm probably gonna have to say France over 1.5. It seems like that's probably the best bet for this one. Even though Croatia have covered 5 out of 5 between these two teams, I really feel like um, I feel like they probably won't score in this one. But like I said, my best bet here would be either total over 2.5 or France over 1.5. But as far as a win, give me France to win this one. Okay, on to the next game. We have Denmark versus Portugal. I don't know if Ronaldo's playing this one. He could play this one. I don't know if he'll start off. I don't know. He'll be a start 11. They might put him in second half, give him 30 minutes, but who knows? Not 100% sure. Like I said, we have to wait for the lineup. Even though him playing, it won't be that much of a threat because, I mean, he's just not been a threat lately. So, as far as a win between these two teams, Portugal have won 4 out of 5 times. Denmark winning only once. So, um, the most recent game, though, Portugal have won. The two most recent games, Portugal won only 1-0. So the total sitting at 2.5. It has gone over 3 out of 5 times. Like I said, their two most recent have not. I'm probably going to do under this one. Denmark sitting at 0.5. I don't think they'll be able to score this one. Portugal's defense seems like they're getting better to protecting the goal, even though they have allowed a goal 4 out of 5 times. I feel like this one's going to be tough for them to score. Their most recent game, Denmark versus Serbia, they did not score. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Portugal to win this one. And as far as the total points, I'm going to probably have to do with Portugal over 1.5. I think that's just the best bet here for this one. They've covered this 3 out of 5 times. So I think that's just the best bet here. So give me Portugal to win. And as far as the total, give me over 1.5 for Portugal. All right. On to the next game. Greece versus Scotland. Total sitting at 2. And between these two teams gone head to head, they have not gone head to head. There's no record of them going head to head. So that's crazy for me. But as far as the total going over, let's see, the 5 most recent games from Greece, they have scored minimum of 2 goals. Once they didn't, but 4 out of 5 times they've covered this too. So it seems like they have a pretty decent defense. They've only allowed twice for their opponents to score. As far as Scotland, they got 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 L's. Greece only with 1 L and 4 wins. So I'm going to say Greece to win this one. They are at home. And as far as the total is sitting at 2, I want to say under, but this could easily go over because Scotland, they have minimum of a goal. They scored 4 out of 5 times. So the only time they didn't score was when they went against Portugal. So yeah, I'm going to do over 2. And as far as the win, give me Greece to win this one. All right. On to the next one. We have Italy versus Germany. The total sitting at 1.5. Team totals over sitting at 1.5 for both of these two teams. And as far as the total is sitting at 2, and it might move to 2.5. If it does move to 2.5, I'm going to have to say over on this one. Either way, even if it's at 2 or 2.5, I think this one can easily go over 2.5. Now, the 5 most recent games between these two teams, Germany have won 2 out of those 5 games, and then they got 3 ties. So, but I know Italy has been pretty good. They got 3 wins, 1 L. Their most recent was an L. They went against France. Then they got 1 draw versus Belgium. So, Germany have not taken an L. They got 2 draws and 3 wins. So, I mean, Germany is a good team. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like Italy could win this one. So, but I don't think I'm going to do the win on this one because it's too risky. Like I said, they got 3 draws in their last 5 head to head. Germany have won twice. So basically, Italy has not been able to beat Germany in their 5 most recent head to head. So I'm going to say a draw on this one if I was to do a bet with that. But as far as a total 2.5 or even 2, depending on where it is, I'm going to have to say over on this one just because they've covered this. They've covered this 2 out of 5 times. Their most recent, they did cover it. So I feel like there could be some goal in this one. So yeah. Okay. On to the next one. All right. We got Kosovo versus Iceland. These 2 teams have only gone head to head twice, and those 2 times Iceland have won. But it seems like Kosovo has only lost once in their last 5 games. They got 4 wins and 1 L. Iceland, on the other hand, only got 1 win, 3 L's, and 1 draw. Kosovo are at home, and the 2 most recent games from Kosovo, they ended up getting a dub at home easily. So I'm gonna go with Kosovo to win on this one. As far as the total sitting at 2, and it might move to 2.5, it has only gone over once out of those 2 times. I'm gonna say under 2. If it does stay at 2.5, I'm gonna say under. But as far as a win, give me Kosovo to win this one. I feel like they could do this. Kosovo has scored 5 out of 5 games, actually 4 out of 5 games. They've scored a goal. Iceland, on the other hand, they've scored 5 out of 5, but they do allow their opponents to score. Kosovo have left their team, their opponents at 0 twice. So Iceland have only been able to do this once, leaving their opponent at 0. So this one's going to be a good one. But I feel like this could be a 2-0. Kosovo could easily win this one. So yeah, I'm going to go with Kosovo to win this one. If the total sits at 2.5, I'm going to do under. Okay. Next, we have Netherlands versus Spain. This one's going to be a good one. Spain have not taken an L in their last 5 games. All wins. Netherlands only 1 win and 3 L's, 1 draw. I apologize. 3 draws, 1 L for Netherlands. As far as these 2 teams going at it, Netherlands have won 3 out of 5 times. That's crazy. They got 1 draw between these 2 teams, and Spain have only been able to beat Netherlands once. That is insane. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Spain on this one, even though the stats say Netherlands, because they have been able to beat Spain 3 out of 5 times. But I feel like Spain has a better squad, especially right now. So yeah, give me Spain to win this one. As far as the total sitting at 2.5, it has gone over 2.5 only once. I think the best bet here would probably be Spain over 1.5. They've covered this 4 out of 5 times. So yeah, give me Spain over 1.5. And as far as a win, give me Spain to win this one. So, okay, next. Slovakia versus Slovenia. Between these 2 teams, they've gone head to head, or their 5 most recent head to head. Let's see, they got their 2 most recent were draws. Then Slovakia won twice. Then Slovenia won, or actually Slovenia won twice and Slovakia only once. So, Slovakia are at home. Like I said, the total sitting at 2 and it has not gone over 5 out of 5. So I'm going to trust stats. Actually, it has gone over once. I apologize. I'm gonna do under 2. This could be a 1-1, but yeah, this one's gonna be crazy. As far as a win, Slovakia, their 5 most recent games got 3 wins, 1 L, 1 draw. And Slovenia, 2 wins, 2 L's, and 1 draw. I'm going to go with Slovakia to win this one. They are at home. They got the advantage. So, but this can easily be a tie. But yeah, as far as the total, I'm going to do under 2. And a win, give me Slovakia. Okay, on to the next and last game of the video. Whew, I was trying to make this as fast as I could for you guys. I know you don't want to hear all the details, maybe. I'm not sure. But then again, um, it was going to be a tough one. So, okay. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh, Ukraine versus Belgium. This one's easy, Belgium, right? But the most recent game between these two teams was 0-0. It was a draw. Belgium have not been that good lately. Their 5 most recent games, 4 L's and 1 draw. Ukraine, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 L. I'm gonna say Ukraine to win this one. I know what you're thinking, but Belgium have not been all that good, even though they do have better players because they're playing in the Europe League. I'm gonna be honest with you, they can't step it up. Apparently, they got not 1 win in their last 5, not 1 win. Even though they are the better team, I feel like they are the better team. Seems like Ukraine won it more. So, but this could be a tie. I'm not surprised if this ends up as a tie. So, I'm going to do Ukraine to win this one. But yeah, this is gonna be tough. As far as that 2.5, this could easily go over, even though their most recent they didn't nobody scored, but I feel like it's gonna happen. So give me over 2.5. And as far as the win, give me Ukraine to beat Belgium. I know what you're thinking. I know it's crazy. But watch, it's gonna happen. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I hope the information I gave you guys was good enough for you guys to make the right decision. I hope you guys ended up winning whatever you choose, and I hope you enjoy the video. So I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.